Do not reduce case analysis. Do not reduce case analysis to a mechanical process.
What's the meaning of this?
Is it?
What's the meaning of this?
Yes, I'll explain. Do not reduce case analysis to a mechanical process.
Should be able to think.
It is a real scenario, a real life scenario.
Oh, maybe the red nurses. If you have taken a company, they can take Toyota. Where you go to Toyota and find out what they really do and then.
Yes. So that is what we are being warned, that don't reduce the case at all. It's an abstract. It's not real. And nothing your further research will come in handy. If from the pre-scene now, what they say, okay, it's a telecommunication firm. But the context no more canon. A better Tigo Airtel or Airtel Tigo. So you can then go to Airtel Tigo and do some research from them. Are you getting the idea?
If they want to do it this way, then unlike the other bodies, they take the real company. You will see that this is management.
Yeah, we cannot say, I cannot, as at this point, I cannot conclude that they will bring a real company like this. But all we know is that they could bring a real case, but the name of the company will be different. Are you getting the idea? So they could bring a real case happening in the telecom, but the name of the company will not come. Into who I say who conclude say so I say MTN. Now I call MTN, now I call find it out. But I can't conclude now that it is going to be real company, they will raise their name. But all we know is that it's a real life scenario. So don't think it's an abstract, so you'll be thinking abstract. That's very important. They will bring bank. Yeah, definitely bank. It's highly possible, especially this semester. It's likely possible. But if you don't know, they can throw you to telecom. So.
I'm looking at this thing. The microfinance issue where currently this is what is really
happening. No, but because this is the first time exam, he will go back a little bit. Okay, the banking industry is key. You could get there. Mining too is an important area. Mining is also an important area. This is also an important area, especially this Galamsey issues that came. It's an important area that
Mining is possible.
Oh, you know, we are doing research for somebody.
Possible.
Yeah.
Possible. Last one. Write your answers. Write your answers in a direct, assertive, and convincing manner. In other words, go straight to the point. Don't beat around the bush. Don't try to give us history. No. What are you researching? Himself a professor that be even just state what you are asked. But then your point should be realistically understandable, convincing. Like we should understand that yes, this is what is wrong with the company. So what you are suggesting is suitable for them, is acceptable for them, is also what? Feasible for them. These are the core things you look out for in the case analysis. Any question? Then the last one is the time allocation in the exam hall, which is what she was mentioning earlier. So 3 hours, no problem. Always it's 3 hours, and you know how 3 hours should be used all the time. One, we're gonna have time allocation, and this is in the exam hall, not when you are doing the pre-scene. Number one, you're gonna have 15 minutes reading time. 15 minutes. So in this 15 minutes, what you could be doing is to read the unseen.
Already you have this.
Because you already know the scene. So you simply go to the unseen during the 15 minutes and scan read. Now, there are a couple of reading approaches you must adopt. You have to first scan read and understand what is happening. Then later on you pick them one by one. Because remember I told you you must have a thorough understanding of what? The case. So during that 15 minutes, depending on the volume, you can scan read. And then you go to the question, what is happening in the case? Then you find out, okay, are there any additional appendixes that we need to calculate some ratios? So you do all that. But after that, you better don't say start work. You don't begin to write in the exam hall for strategic case study. There is what we call thinking and planning. Thinking and planning. Per the examiner structure, you should take 40 minutes to do that. Thinking and planning. This is where you're going to decide. Then I say me metron is saying ratios ben na me here, financial indicators ben na me here, models ben na me use. Because modules are going to come in until you have to decide at the thinking and planning stage what kind of modules am I going to be using. Is it Porter strategic module? Is it the strategic clock? Is it the Ansoff market growth module? Or what is it? What is it? Very important. 40 minutes. Now, chances are people will be writing. Don't look at them. Do your own thing. Do your own thing. Then once you're able to, because now this is what is going to happen. Remember, all these planning things will be done in your answer booklet. Don't do it on your question paper. So it's being done in the answer booklet. You are planning out, thinking out your points for the case. So over to AI, or see do SWOT analysis. So how will you go with the SWOT analysis? Plan all of that. It's part of your answer. You better mark it.
Oh, okay.
So that is part of your answer. You better mark it.
Can you summarize the casing?
Yes, summarize like the key points out. The key points out. That is all planning and thinking. One start is what trans are not yet, but how you want to go with it. What modules you want to do. Into really be or say, what strategy should a company undertake to gain competitive advantage? Into throw beer. Okay, based on the case now, make a pre-seen or unseen, they all will adopt Porter's generic, and then they should do maybe leadership, cost leadership, or they should do differentiation. Now I trust small notes be in reference to the paragraph I will be referred to. So those planning in it will be marked.
Oh, yes,
it will be marked. Then you now come to writing your case out. So this is where you come to answering, and the examiner thinks you should use 2 hours in putting your thoughts in there. 2 hours to answer the question, 2 hours to look at what is happening in the question, 2 hours to do that. Then the last thing is that this is most of the things that students don't do. Review. Time in as well. Anything I'm on, you know. This is what you have to do in the exam for strategic case study. Because this is purely a reading subject, and you are likely to make the statement that people make. The brain is faster than the hand, or the hand is faster than the brain, whatever. You have to make time to review. It is out to get ready to stop work. It means you have 15 minutes more. Stop whatever you are doing and go over what you have done. I know the temptation is there. You know, ease can change everything.
Oh, yeah.
Words can change everything. Can negate the sound. So maybe you are writing a point out, but he said was and now is keke. So the review is important. I know you may not finish, but make time to review.
You write the pressure.
It's like when the time is about to
when you're about to finish, now that's your idea.
Yeah, the idea is actually.
I don't also know why.
You be ready and you feel the of your hair, I'm telling you.
It's like
I said,
almost
upon
every
that
time, yeah, that
No,
is
you see,
when
this is
people
what
are
happens.
seriously writing.
Cognitively, for your mind, when you are at the latter part of the examination, now you've relaxed, you've thought a lot. So now at the mind, at the closer like that, your mind sort of relaxes, and many of the things you've been thinking about now begin to
So
come.
the reading time and the planning should have been last.
How can you think they read last so that you can write?
So that when you get there, and you know you have some spare time to do something.
So that you have spare time to do something.
You can't also start the temper before planning.
You know,
it's over to you. When you take over and you want to start, you can start.
yeah, you can if you want to, but then by the way the case is structured and the way you have to answer, this thinking thing is going to be critical. This thinking, and please make the time to review. I will be there in the exam hall, or I will come there, and I will remind you before you go into the exam hall. Review, whether you are in Tamale or whatever. I will come there.
And then we don't have a problem.
Are you obedient?
Then we don't have a problem.
Yeah. I'm not saying I will come there during the time you are writing the exam. Yeah, why in your papa? Oh, exam or no, about I see you for hand coffee make good inside. It's wrong. What are you doing here? I came to seek letters. Hey, when your papa? Me yes, sir. But I will keep on reminding you on this one, the review, because it's a reading subject. You may be making a lot of grammatical error. Sometimes you write something and later on you are reading the thing. I'll be like, hey,
When I'm sure.
so me, Paul, wrote this thing down.
And I think if you also start, when you are going to write, if it's going to be writing, you will be able to take your time. Other than that, your handwriting may change alongside. That's one thing. When I start, I don't know whether it is
General.
I don't know.
Okay.
So that the handwriting will change.
Yeah.
So you can use that time and you spend something on the. As you're answering, like you're putting the pen down.
Down.
So that
Your nerves will be relaxed. One thing you have to be thinking about, you have to really work on is your psychology in the exam hall. Because a lot of you will be panicking. You will be afraid.
But the question paper that look like booklets.
You know,
I mean,
you'll be panicking. But you have to control your emotional tempo and be able to do that. And yes, I almost always try to now you mistake. Somebody can write one page, mistake, now I cancel. Time not share. 1 hour more. Nothing. Who was that here? I've been now panicking. So these are what I want you to understand about what? The approach to the exams. In the case these are the things you have to do. In the exam hall, these are the things you have to do. Any question?